Today, I'm gonna go through 10 places I'm thinking about, or places slash things that I'm thinking about adding to my bucket list in Australia. So I got this. I've had this for 4 years. It's a bucket list journal, as you can clearly see, by this fella, Ben Nemtin. He's a Canadian guy, and he basically wrote 100 crazy things with his friends, and then they were pretty outlandish, and he's done most of them, and it's just led to really cool things. The idea is, he wrote out 100 things, and I haven't finished half of the book. So today I'm going to talk about 10 places that have been recommended to me, or that I've heard as I've been in Australia, that I definitely need to visit or do. So that's what I'm going to do, and similar to the other videos that I've done, would love some feedback, some suggestions, where to go, where not to go, because what I'm planning to do is go through the 10. So if I had to pick 10 right now, these are the 10 that I would pick. But I'm gonna write down my final 10 in like December, and then sometime next year or the following year, like the next few years, I'll hit them all off, and then when I do it, make a cool video out of it, have some fun with it as well. So that's the plan. I think it'll be really cool, and I'm excited. So hope you guys are too, and we'll jump into it. So the one that gets me, I think, the most excited is to go see the Milky Way in Warrumbungle Park. That's in New South Wales. So I don't know why, but I've always wanted to lay camp in like super starry nights, like just a full no light pollution sky. And from what I've been told, this is like a dark park reserve or something like that. It's like just known for being very well lit nighttime skies. That's something I know that for sure before I die, before I do anything, go anywhere else, I would love to just camp and just lay under a starry night sky for a few hours and just put the phone away and take it all in. So that's probably my most surefire thing that I'm gonna put on. Number 2, I got drive a 4-wheel drive on K'gari Island. I feel like this one is very well known and done, especially at least in like backpacker world. A lot of backpackers do it on the East Coast. Whitsundays is close. I definitely will do it as well. But this is sort of, if I could only do one, say I could only do one of these things, I would just go drive the 4-wheel drive on K'gari Island. I think that would just be so much fun just for myself to buzz around and fly around on a, SUV on a beach would just be pretty surreal and really cool. So K'gari Island 4-wheel drive. Now we're headed to WA. So WA definitely dominates the list. It gets recommended more than anything while I've been here. So the first one that I'm thinking about going is up into the Kimberley region. So I've just heard it's stunning. It's really nice, cliffs, gorges, waterfalls, the whole lot. It's been recommended to me by my roommate, by a lot of people that have traveled, and from what I can see online, it just seems stunning. I would just love to go cliff jumping in Kimberley. So that's what I'm putting down. Or another one, still in WA, it's gonna be camel ride in Broome. I believe you can do that there. I just think, I don't know why, camel ride just seems really cool to do. I would love to do it. So I'd also like to see Broome. I've heard it's really beautiful. The parks there, the beaches there, really nice from what I've heard. So I'd love to check Broome out and do a camel ride. So camel ride in Broome. Number 5, last of the WA here. I could do lots in WA. Like I cut out Lake Hillier on, I forget what island it was on, but I cut that out just because I didn't want to be too much WA. But number 5 is Esperance. Esperance has been on my list, or at the top of my mind, for a while, just because I just haven't heard a bad thing about it, and people just recommend it and rate it so highly and so well. So I've really wanted to go there. From the pictures, the videos I've seen, it looks stunning. I saw you can swim with whales and dolphins there, like in the right season. So I've already swam with whales here on Goldie, so I think it's only logical to try to swim with dolphins there. So on the bucket list, I'm thinking of putting swim with dolphins in Esperance. Thought that'd be pretty cool. Number 6. So in Australia, from what I've gathered, there are 4 major 4 major train rides. From what I can see, I would either do the Indian Pacific or the Gone. Those two are my top choice. And since we're picking and we're narrowing, because I can, you know, it sort of is that cliche saying where I feel like I can do anything, but not everything. So I have to cut stuff. And if I was cutting and could only do one train ride, because I really want to do a long overnight train ride, I would pick the Gone. So I think the Gone just looks pretty surreal, the way it takes you right through the heart of Australia. I would love to see a lot of the interior, and I know that's something that I could easily neglect. So I think the Gone ride up from Adelaide to Darwin takes me to Alice Spring, Uluru, all the main interior, would get to see that environment, because I do really want to see sort of that more outbacky, hostile, dry desert. I just think it'd be pretty cool to see it. Number 7, we're heading down to Tassie now. So in Tasmania, heard great hikes. I've heard it's beautiful in most of the state. So spoiled for choice in that sense. And I don't really have a strong conviction on this one, but from what I can see, Cradle Mountain seems like a very beautiful hike area to be. And I also saw you could see Tasmanian devils. I like Bugs Bunny. So seeing a Tasmanian devil in real life, even though I know they're not as big and cartoonish, will be pretty cool. So go to Cradle Mountain and see a Tasmanian devil. That's number 7 on the list. So number 8, I got visit Litchfield National Park. I think it's National Park up in Northern Territories. So I would like to do something in the Northern Territory where it's like proper. And I know I'll check out Darwin at some point. So I think Litchfield Park is pretty close to Darwin, and it just looks really stunning. Again, it sort of is that cliff jumpy, the rock, the natural landscape just looks really beautiful. And I just would like to try it in different environments, like up north, down south, because I would like to show the Northern Territory a bit of love while I'm here. So Litchfield Park, Northern Territory. Number 9, going to South Australia now. Going to Kangaroo Island. So I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. It will be seeing kangaroos on this island. Just heard it's a really pretty island. It's nice. South Australia too. I just haven't been recommended many things. So this seemed like a good spot, but I'm still open for suggestions for sure. But yeah, Kangaroo Island, South Australia. See some kangaroos. Number 10. Probably should have put this one sooner, because this is probably the most realistic one. But since I've been here, I've really enjoyed NRL and AFL. I've enjoyed both the sports. I've always been a very sporty person myself. I appreciate watching it. But for me, I like AFL a little bit more. So I'm putting down SEA Grand Final or AFL Grand Final in Melbourne. That's something I could already tell the energy would just be electric. Even just being around here, how excited everybody got for both grand finals. So I think going down to Melbourne for one would be pretty surreal. Yeah, I just love it when a sporting event, you can just feel it in the city, the energy. It was like when, for us, like the Raptors, Toronto Raptors won like the NBA championship back in like 2019, and you could just feel it in the city. Everybody was just like high on life. Everybody's just loving it, and it's just a really cool feeling, and I would love to try that with the AFL. So hopefully the Suns would be in it when I go, my Gold Coast Suns. But yeah, if not, that'll be fine. But AFL Grand Final, Melbourne, to round it off. That's the list. That's what I'm thinking of doing. And again, I know I'm going to do more places on the way to check these places out. But the idea is just, you know, say I could only go to 10 places. At the moment, I would pick these 10 places. So any suggestions, any comments, like I said, would be much appreciated. And everything I said too, it's word of mouth that I've been told about or that I've seen online. Obviously, I've never been to these places, but I'm really excited to go. I'm excited to travel in Australia and just be here. So I'd appreciate anything y'all got. The idea is to, I'm going to put this list out now. It's sort of the rough draft. Get some feedback from the comments, maybe some friends. And then in December, I'm going to write down my final 10. And then next year or the following year, we'll hit them all off, because there's no chance I'll do any of them this year, because I just got my x-ray back from my foot, and yeah, it's gonna be another 6 weeks, probably 4 to 6 weeks, where I still have to wear this boot, and then beyond that, I'll still have to rehab it. So I'll be lucky if I'm running again this year. It's October 15th, 16th, so I'll be lucky again if I run this year. So I don't see myself traveling until the new year, which blows, but I'm just gonna prepare for next year as much as I can and have some fun while I'm on the shelf. So yeah, that's my list. Hope it inspires you too. That's the author. He's got a pretty cool story if you want to read it and check it out. But yeah, I'll catch you.